All right, makeup geeks, I have for you guys today a non-Instagram makeup tutorial. Now, before you give me some shiznit, I have an Instagram account. I am not bashing anyone on Instagram. It's Marlena Still, by the way. You should follow it. But I know with all of the baking, the contouring, the slaying, the carving, using the fork, the 100 layers of highlighter. Okay, we get it. We are not doing Instagram makeup today. We're doing something that's very daytime appropriate. I want to show you guys some basic tutorials, like bringing it back to something that's perfect for when you go to work. You want it to look like skin. You don't want it to be very natural, very fresh. So that's the whole purpose of this tutorial, is just something easy that still looks very flawless and beautiful if you're going to work or school or whatever. So this is what it looks like. Yes. So let's get all of your makeup goodies out and get started on this tutorial. Okay, so to start this look, you guys, I'm gonna pin my hair back because yes, you guys always complain that my hair gets in the way, so I'm gonna get that out. I look really sexy with my big old bobby pin in my hair. But I do have my drink ready, so I hope you guys brought snacks for this tutorial today. I am drinking a paleo smoothie from Whole Foods. It's delicious. It's the only green drink I can actually drink without getting grossed out because it tastes yummy. So go to Whole Foods, it's the paleo one. Has like kale and all sorts of really healthy stuff, but it doesn't taste healthy. So, okay. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to apply your foundation that looks very natural. It's easy for everyday wear, and it's going to make you not have that cakey, very thick appearance. You want it to look like skin. For me, I have dry skin, so what I'm going to do is use some hemp seed oil. This is a great oil, you guys, because it won't break you out. It won't leave you greasy. It's super easy on sensitive skin. So what you can do, and I'll show you another option. So I have dry skin. You're going to take a little bit of that oil, and I just get this on Amazon. Put it on the back of your hand so you don't waste it on your brush. And you can take any sort of buffer brush, or I'm using the Makeup Geek angled stippling brush. And I just soak it up into the back of my hand. And then I'm just gonna buff this in. The reason I'm doing this is to help my foundation thin out just a little bit and apply more smoothly so it doesn't get really thick and heavy. And it just adds an extra layer of moisture to the skin. Now, if you guys have more combination to oily skin and you want to sheer out your foundation a little bit, what you could do is take your favorite moisturizer and your foundation. You could put them on the back of your hand and mix it and make almost like a CC cream. But if you don't have time for that, because I know we're all in a hurry going to work, ain't nobody got time for that, you can use an already made CC cream that is a little bit more appropriate for daytime. It'll still give you good coverage, but it won't be super heavy and thick. And I love the one by It Cosmetics. It's really, really good. So that's an option. But for me, I have dry skin. So I put my oil down. I let it sit just for a little bit. Now what I'm going to use is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation. You guys, this is an amazing foundation. It's full coverage, and with me using it with the oil, it doesn't look too unnatural, but it still hides all of my flaws and breakouts and stuff because they broke out really bad on my face today, so we're not talking about that. So I'm going to put 1.5 pumps on the back of my hand. I'm wearing number 4 is the color, and I just put it onto my brush and literally just buff it into the skin. Just one tip for you guys when I'm doing my forehead is I use the same brush that has my oil on it, so that way it gives more of a dewy finish to the skin instead of a super matte. That's one thing that's definitely more wearable for daytime, is not super matte. You want it to have a satin finish to it where it's just slightly shiny or a little bit dewy, so it looks more like your actual skin. So now this next step, you guys, is something that is widely used on Instagram. You can skip this step, but the reason I'm doing it is I'm not applying any highlighter today. I'm using a non-shimmer highlighter, aka a lighter concealer. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way. If you don't have concealer, all you guys have to do is get a shade of foundation that's lighter. It could be your winter foundation. Use that instead. It could be whatever you want that's a little bit lighter. So I am gonna put this under my eyes, just like this, little on my chin, center of the forehead, just to highlight the face. This step, what I like to do is take a beauty blender that's a little bit damp, not super, super damp, and I'm just going to cover up any darkness under my eyes, and I'm coming out to the top of the cheekbones. This is gonna be our highlight. We are not gonna apply 100 layers of highlighter, you guys. No disco ball today, sorry. Okay, now this step, you guys, is where this is the dividing line between Instagram makeup and everyday makeup, is the powder. We are not baking, we are not cooking, we are not making muffins, we are not doing any of that today. We are just applying a little bit of powder. What I'm using is the Makeup Forever New HD Pressed Powder, and I take that same beauty blender that's slightly damp, and what you're going to do is only apply powder on the places that you get oily. And so for me, it's in your T-zone, so right here on the sides of your nose. You're not gonna put powder all over your face. We are not baking today. We're not. Put the powder away. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit on my chin and then just a teeny bit on the forehead, just in the center, because that can tend to get oily. And then under the eyes just to set that concealer, and that is it. Do you see how my skin still has a natural sheen to it? It's not super matte, it's not super heavy because we thinned it out with a light layer foundation and we didn't do powder. Okay. Now we can start to bronze. We want to add a little bit of color. I'm going to use the Makeup Geek bronzer. This is the fairest one in Sunkissed. Take any sort of dome shape brush like this. This is the It Cosmetics one. I just want this type of shape. Instead of contouring, we are going to bronze. And you're just going to apply this a little bit under the cheekbones and blend it upwards. We're going to add color to the cheeks. Do you see how natural that's looking, you guys? There's no sharp lines. It's very soft, very subtle. And what I love about this bronzer is it has a slight sheen to it. It's not super matte, but it's not shimmery. It's satin finish, so it looks very, very natural. I'm gonna put a little bit on the forehead just to add some color. If you don't have time, you guys can skip this step, but at least add a little bit to your cheeks. I know this isn't protocol, you guys. I'm putting a little under my chin. I got a little extra chin fluff as I've gotten older, so we're gonna just, we're gonna erase that like that. Make that shiznit go away. Bye-bye, double chin. Now to add a little bit of color to your cheeks, you can take that same brush and go in with a blush that fits your skin tone. For me, I like the warmer color, so I'm using the Makeup Geek one in Bliss. Take a little bit of that and just dab it onto the apples of your cheeks, and what you're going to do is buff it back into the bronzer for just a slight bit of color. So now for my eyes, I'm not going to do any eye makeup. I just want to add a little bit of depth and dimension to my lid. So I'm going to use the same bronzer. We are multi-purposing, you guys. We are multi-purposing. Hold on, I need a little sip of my green smoothie drink. Okay, taking that same bronzer, just any sort of crease brush, dome-shaped brush that you want. Pick up a bit of this and put it in your crease, and all you're doing is adding some depth and dimension without actually having to do a whole eyeshadow look. It's just gonna make your eyes pop a little bit more. Now it's time for the brows, you guys. I like to use two different color pencils. I love the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I use the color 3 and 2 because I lightened my hair. Did you guys notice I'm going a little more blonde? It's very different for me. And I chopped it. I'm kind of missing it. I feel like I should be petting it longer, but there's nothing there, so it's fine. I'm gonna take the number 3 pencil and define under the brow. I like to use a lighter color on top of the brow so it's not harsh. I'll just show you guys. So take your pencil, and if you have pretty full brows already, you can use powder instead. Honestly, you can use the bronzer and just a little bit of a angled brush and just kind of fill in, but mine are really thin, so I need to actually add something. You ready for this? So we are going to start filling in the bottom line here, just doing some strokes and defining your arch. Really, really easy. And I use that same color to do the tip of my brow because you want the outer half of your brow to be just a little bit darker than the inner part. If you go too dark and heavy in here, it can close your eyes off and look very unnatural, and it'll give you kind of that Sharpie brow. We do not want the Sharpie brow look. So keep it on the outer part here. So I'm going to fill in just a little bit on top and make the tail a little bit thinner than the inner part. Do short strokes just to kind of fill it in like that. Now take your lighter pencil, so I'm going to use number 2 now, and fill in from the center of my brow inwards. Same idea, so I start right here and just do little strokes. Excuse my dog, you guys. She's snoring. Lady's sleeping next to me. She would say hi, but she's busy snoring. Now take your spoolie brush and just brush through them just to kind of get those hairs in place. Mine are cray cray. I'm constantly brushing my brows because they're all over the place. So just brush it in, make it look nice and natural. All right, next up is the mascara. You guys know how to apply mascara, but I'm gonna showcase it just in case. I'm using, you know, this is my jam, the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I mean, come on, this is the go-to mascara for everyone. You're gonna put it at the base of your lashes and swiggle and sweep. Swiggle at the base, sweep up. I know this is basic stuff. I know you guys know how to do mascara, but that's my little trick for making them look extra thick, as I just do a little swiggle and sweep. All right, now it's time for the lips, you guys. I am going to use a nice corally color. I can actually take this out, right? It's probably gonna crimp my hair. Gosh, dang it. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna use the lipstick Naive. It's a really nice, somewhat shiny, not too saturated. For daytime, you don't wanna do the liquid lipsticks because it can be very high coverage. You want something that's very natural, has a slight sheen to it, because again, we want it to look very daytime appropriate. So I'm gonna apply this one on. I love this color. Do you see how it's soft and coral and it looks great on every skin color? That's why I like that one. But you see how it's just very fresh and springy and summery. So that is our very daytime appropriate non-Instagram makeup tutorial for you guys. Back to the basics. So this is something that's great for work. You can apply it as you're racing out the door, and then if you want to at night, you can always pop a little shimmer on the lid with your finger. Just take a nice easy shadow and wham bam, you are out the door. So thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The button is below to Makeup Geek TV, or my Instagram is Marlena Stell. So talk to you later, you guys. Bye. Okay, look who's awake, you guys. She wanted to say hi. She's mad that I woke her up. Do you see her sleepy face? I got a haircut today. Look, guys, look how cute I am. I'm so cute. Look at my belly. All kisses, thank you. She wants to go to sleep. She likes being held like this. This is Lady's life, is being held all day. So she just wanted to say hi. Hi, guys. Oh. It's not gonna make your foundation too cakey.
Cut.
That was a total Italian move. I was like,
And we always try not to be quiet.
I had the hands ready to go. I was like, okay, now.
No, until we clap.
Killing me, Dallas. You're killing me.
But it helps us at the house. Trust me. It helps us at home.